One is a movie in the theaters you've totally heard a lot about, Snack Shack.
I don't know what Snack Shack is.
Yeah, exactly.
Please enlighten us.
So I was going to see a movie with a friend, and we didn't know, we hadn't made the plan yet. And then it was like, well, do you want to see this? And I was like, what? Are we? Sure, if you want to see it, sounds good. Yeah, it is kind of a teenage coming of age, comedy. It's actually rather hysterical. I think nails it very well. It's set in the 90s in Nebraska. So,
in Nebraska.
Yeah,
okay.
Interesting. Apparently the filmmaker, his name is Adam Rehmeier, grew up in Nebraska, has made a couple other independent films. I don't know how biographical it is, not sure. But it's fairly amazing. I mean, Nebraska is not something I thought I knew, but it was like, oh yeah, this is not exactly what I was thinking of Nebraska being. And it's based around a city pool type situation. And these two 14-year-olds who are about to go into high school, and they are so ridiculous because they're kind of, they're definitely, they don't seem like, little kids. And they are entrepreneurs. At one point, I think they have 4 businesses going.
Love it.
It's not like I want to ruin it all, but they're making beer and they're gambling and they're reselling things.
Those were not the businesses I was expecting.
Exactly. That's why I had to say them. At one point, the dad is like, you should mow lawns. And there's this whole separate joke. And he's like, I don't want to mow. It's like, yeah, that's not what these kids do.
No, that's not what they are up to at all.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable.
You should get a job with the Snack Shack. That's our cover job. Uh-huh.
No, they were not into that. It was also, you got to wonder. I wish I didn't immediately see the ties to real life when I looked this up. I'm sure it's out there, whether or not. But, they went and bid with the city on this. It was like, what's happening? Also, the city is going to take a bid from 14-year-olds? What's going on?
That's the 70s, man.
No, 90s. But a very similar feel. I mean, it's pre-internet.
Do they have beepers?
They don't use them, no.
How are there not more movies about beepers? We need the beeper range of movies.
I definitely need, the rise and fall of the two-way pager. That is the next,
the
Amazon
next tech movie?
movie I'm going to find
100%.
I don't know if anybody's making that for you right now. So, you're definitely going to almost recognize one of the leads from young Steven Spielberg in The Fabelmans.
Oh, right.
I didn't think of it because it's just, it's been a whole year. And, just he's costumed and looked a little differently. And he's, gotten a little bit older. He's really playing a different type in this movie. That was kind of a nice guy type a little bit. And then this was both the friends at one point are, slicker or more crass, but he usually is the more crass one. So a little different than he was in Fabelmans. Other than that, it's very fun. There's this older guy they're kind of looking up to. It's hard to tell. It seems like he went in the military, came back, but maybe hasn't gone to college yet. So whatever. He's not 25. The whole movie, I was like, why do I kind of recognize this guy? I'm not sure. And then I did eventually figure it out afterwards. It was like, it's the older brother from Jurassic World who's, always scamming on chicks. You're just looking at them. What do you think is going to happen? So the younger brother, really stole his thunder. But the older brother was still great. I didn't realize, because I still haven't seen Love, Simon, where he's the lead in that. Mm-hmm. And then also he's in the new, Millie Bobby Brown Damsel movie. So he's all over the place.
Oh, I totally forgot I saw that.
Oh, Elizabeth.
Maybe I'll review it next time we're together.
Sure.
Yeah, Damsel. Ooh, it does look creepy and good.
Yeah, I don't know
like
if
a
I'm ready for
pivot
that.
on a
fairy tale.
Yeah, I mean,
really you deduce that from.
Which,
it's literally exactly what the trailer is.
I mean, come on.
I thought it was just fairy tale, no pivot, but what did I know? So anyway, he's very good in this. He's not, a main character, but he's in it a lot because they're looking up to him, and then he's also got them not a job because he's a lifeguard. But then that's part of how they're getting into finding out about the pool and whatever. Because this is, I'm sorry, I said a pool, so Snack Shack at the pool.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So he's quite good. The mom and dad are both very funny, but the mom, Gillian Vigman, you also saw this here in Holdovers. 2 different versions of a not always a nice mom. This one was a little bit nicer, but it was quite funny. The mom is an auctioneer, so they even do that once in real life, at the dinner table, about what's happening, which was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. So look, you got to see it.
I'm interested.
I'm sure it'll be on streaming at some point, but at the moment, it's in the theaters.